Alright, welcome back. Okay, so one thing I neglected to mention in the last update was, hey, guess what? Revenge missions on those assholes who killed Bishop. Let's go ahead and start one of those, shall we? But hey, we can also go do a ranking fight, but we'll do that soon enough. But now it's revenge. Death time! Understandably, Travis is pretty pissed off at the guys who killed Bishop, besides the guy who orchestrated the hit. But now you have these things called revenge missions, which Sylvia apparently provides you with, where you go and try tracking down the guys who shot Bishop. Much like the side missions, they are split into two missions. The first is to fight a group of guys, I guess to find information about where the actual hitmen are, and then the second mission is killing one of the assassins who murdered Bishop. But these are all timed. But hey, if you lose, don't worry, you can immediately come right back to it. Not even an issue. Keep in mind, there are little treasures in the revenge missions, but I believe it's just whenever you're fighting the hitmen. So just keep your eyes open for that. And as you are probably well aware of, kill the gunmen first. They are the worst. Do not let them hang around longer than necessary. Seriously. That's actually how I lost one of these missions. Because I thought, okay, I'll get the present, and then I'll go kill the boss. No, no, no. The gunmen are super annoying and will stun lock the hell out of you. It's the worst. They're awful. I hate them. And you should too. These guys with the knives are... I gotta say, I don't really remember them from previous playthroughs. But they are kind of annoying. Not difficult to kill because, you know, they're fast, but they're not very hardy. They're just kind of annoying. Not that big of a problem. And the Camellia is a pretty good weapon. It's an improvement from the Bloodberry. I think the idea with the beam katanas for this was not so much to give you an improvement over the previous beam katana, but to give you kind of like a wide array, because you can just switch back and forth. Because in the first game, there's no point in going back to the Bloodberry after you got the new and improved beam katana. But here, I guess the Bloodberry is the all-around weapon, the Camellia is the fast one, and then you have a strong one, and then you have another one. But we'll get into those later when I get them. So yeah, look, it's one of the guys who killed Bishop. He might not look entirely as noticeable as some of the other assassins, but yeah, he was from the opening cutscene. And of course you have a time limit for whatever reason. But yeah, like I said, make sure to open up all the treasure chests because there is a present in these revenge missions. Strawberry goods. What that means is it's memorabilia from Travis's little girl anime. Which we'll get into that later on. Yeah, like I said, gunmen, awful. They are terrible. And the boss just happens to be a gunman. And they always say the same damn thing. It's annoying. You fucking with me? They constantly say you get in your jollies. I don't even get it. Like, ugh. You're gonna hear that a lot in the span of No More Heroes 2. It's really annoying. I still don't get how the beam katana isn't like a one-hit kill. I mean, I get it gameplay-wise, but I don't really get it story-wise. Because beam katana is a lightsaber. And those things cut through skin like butter. Or, I guess they would. Star Wars told me that these things can just, like, cut through anything. But anyways, we had ourselves a special challenge. So we're not really doing a ranking up match, but we're doing a title defense match. Someone is gunning for Travis's position. And it's back at the university. Now this is kind of what I think is a missed opportunity for like a minigame of some kind. Because every stage when you're going to fight the ranked assassin, you have to go through their minions and stuff like that. So I don't get why the reverse isn't true. So I don't get why that isn't true for Travis. You know what I mean? Like, why doesn't Travis have anybody who fights on his behalf? And then the challenger has to get through all this to get to Travis. That could have been a cool minigame. Spoiler alert, there's only one of these. Yeah, there's only this one. That's it. In fact, this fight is completely optional. You do not have to do it. So, and it's the only optional fight in this game. I mean, but that's kind of a weird thing, because the boss that we're gonna fight next to Nathan Copeland and another boss that we'll see later on was pretty heavily featured in the E3 trailer. So I don't know why they went and made this character like optional. Like, you actually have to leave your motel and then go right back to it to get the message. Suda 51's a little weird. But yeah, it's not that terribly long of a stage. Again, it's a challenger. You're doing a hidden fight, so it's not terribly long. Anyway, what do we got? A bunny. Got a little bunny and little quilt patterns.
Hi.
Hi, Jennifer Hale.
Can I call you
again?
Travis the Great? Travis Ravenous? Cool Hand Teasy Greasy?
What the hell kind of nickname is that?
I've always been a fan.
Cool Hand Teasy Greasy.
A fan? Of me?
I'm surprised too, Travis.
I watched your fight with Charlie too. Oh, you were hardcore. So cool. Oh no. Oh, I feel really nervous. I think I'm gonna puke. OMG, I bet you hate girls who puke.
She actually just said OMG out loud.
I really thought about it.
Don't stare at me. You're staring at me.
When you're making Travis touchdown feel awkward, you've done something special.
All my feelings in a letter. Here, take it.
Your, feelings? So this is a love letter?
This is a new one, isn't it?
Take it, or I'll totally die.
You're an assassin!
Okay, thanks. I could use a dose of innocence. That last fight got a little sick, even for me.
I killed a bunch of cheerleaders, like 24 of them.
What, you gonna
Your
read
university's football team is fucked.
Read it? Now? Here?
Yes! You have to read it out loud, just for lulz.
Oh, for
My
God's
letter is
sakes.
dedicated to Travis the Great. So you read and I'll play it on my flute, okay?
You're joking, right? Read this here?
Here we go. Get into
This is a new one for you, isn't it, Travis? Having to read a love letter before a fight.
To my dearest Travis the Great.
Oh,
Hi
God.
there, Travis the Great. I am the girl who loves you the most in the entire world. But in order to prove that I'm your #1 fan, I need some kind of evidence. Because no matter how much I insist that I'm your #1, any other chick or bitch can approach you and say the exact same thing. That is why I've decided that I should become strong. By doing so, I knew that someday I'd be able to get closer to you. Putting my title as Travis the Great's #1 fan on the line, I embarked on this path and ended up winning the National Student Assassin Championship.
Why is that a thing?
But you know, in hindsight, it was a cinch. I guess I'm just blessed. I could master in one day techniques that would take others years to do. Pretty awesome, right? And then I got greedy, a new urge, a vision, that just maybe I could win a fight against Travis the Great. Now my goal is to behead Travis the Great, therefore surpassing my hero.
Jeez.
Did I actually write that? It's kind of embarrassing, you know.
Wait.
Anyways, I've made up.
Travis!
I made an oath.
Focus!
She
She just said she wants to behead you, dude!
Only then will Travis the Great become mine and mine only. Love, Travis the Great's #1 fan, Kimmy Howell.
Well, that was creepy.
Okay, so much for the dose of innocence.
Yeah.
Got the bloodlust. I'm sure about that.
Yeah, I'm legit.
Travis, if somebody says they're a fan of yours, be a little concerned here, brother.
Don't hold back, okay? Because one mistake.
And apparently she's just Darth Maul.
If you're trying to give me a headache, it's working. Now it's lesson time.
Okay, so Kimmy's a special case here. She has a Darth... Oh my... Okay, so her recorder flute is a Darth Maul lightsaber. And it plays this really bubbly anime song whenever you fight her. It's really weird. Okay. And she says that. She says, I'm a tough cookie. I'm not really sure how to feel about this boss fight. She does these little katas, which I walk into, which obviously are just flip away from them. But she also has a long-range attack where she blows bubbles at you. This flute has multiple uses, apparently. Yeah, don't get hit by those, because they'll hurt you. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward fight. Dodge, slash, dodge, slash. It's kind of the mantra for most No More Heroes bosses. She doesn't have too many crazy things to deal with here. But don't be like me and actually... But don't be like me. Try to actually avoid her katas. And of course, you know, use wrestling when you can. This game is trying to do the upskirt on the schoolgirl, which, you know, I guess it's standard fare, but still, it's a little awkward. I guess it would make sense that they were student assassins, because we had Shinobu from the previous game, and she just murdered all her classmates. But I thought that was like... I thought the UAA's whole thing was it was a fucking hoax, and everybody just kind of got what they wanted as long as they fought Travis. Like, Shinobu gets to murder all of her classmates, for whatever reason or another. But now they're, apparently, since No More Heroes 1 took off, like, really big, like, being an assassin is the next big thing. It's like a fad. So... frickin' you teach this in schools. I mean, I've seen animes that touch on this, but still. Ugh, that's unsettling.
This is a real fight with real consequences, sweetheart.
Oh boy. And just like Alex, power bomb. Oh fuck.
Travis the Great.
Spine broken. KO. Not killed, KO'd.
Screw this. I can't kill a co-ed. Come see me after you graduate, and I'll school you again.
I think you broke the girl's spine, Travis. I don't think she's gonna be moving anytime soon. Well, I just beat the shit out of a co-ed. May as well take a shit now. No More Heroes is great. It's also super weird. Well, that accomplished a lot. I guess it's time to go work out our cat now. Hey, Gene, you'll never guess what I did today. Your day was okay? Good. Mine was pretty interesting. Just massage the cat. There we go. This gets the bad taste of, like, breaking a schoolgirl's spine and creepy yandere love letters. Although, again, why does Travis have to moan whenever he rubs his cat? Like, Travis, what exactly is this doing for you, dude?
That's gotta do it.
Again, I don't know how this exercises the cat. This is more for you, Travis. You're just lifting your cat over and over again. But don't worry. Eventually this is all gonna pay off. Because while this is working out Gene, it's also working out Travis. And we're gonna see some results later on. She loses about 2 pounds a day.
That was close. Come here.
I'm kind of curious as to how Travis let Gene get this overweight over the span of like 2 games. Like, did he feed his cat ramen? Did he feed her something besides like cat food? Would Travis do that? Maybe. As we've probably noticed, Travis is kind of a weird guy. He does really stupid shit and he's just kind of all over the place. He's not the most stable individual. I mean, he named his cat after his ex-girlfriend, half-sister, murder of his parents. It's weird. Why did you name your cat that, Travis? Did you already name the cat that before you met Gene, or was that just an afterthought?
All done.
Ugh. Well, it's time to go to the next boss fight, which is at an Akashic point. What are Akashic points? They're apparently weird white vortexes that you just walk into and you get teleported. It happens. Hey, guess who worked on No More Heroes 2 as well? Akira Yamaoka. Yeah. Can you tell? We're in a spooky forest. We're in the quiet mountains, you guys. I suppose the chainsaws are appropriate for the horror stage. Doorway curtain. Who are these guys to shit-talk Travis? Again, they keep shit-talking him so much. And then this happens. Over and over again. They get freaking cut in half. You know Travis won last time, right? That he's killed, like, 10 of the best assassins from the last go-round. Well, technically 11, but, you know. And he's not stopping anytime soon. I would say it's amazing that Travis has a beam katana, but apparently everyone gets a beam katana. Lightsabers are just kind of a thing you can just get. Or make. I don't know. Travis got Bloodberry off of eBay, and he just has Naomi make new ones for him. So does she make other beam katanas for people? Like with Kimmy or with Henry? Well, actually, no. Henry's beam katana was not made by Naomi. It was actually made by some Russian guy. It was actually made by a Russian guy. I can actually look that up. Yeah, Henry's is called the Cross Sword, and it was made by someone called Wolfvan, which is pretty cool. A Russian technician and designer of beam katanas. Yeah, there are multiple like beam katana designers, like Orange Computers, which made Death Metal's giant beam sword. Everybody adds some kind of lasers to their weapons. It's rather strange that there are just some stages where the music is just not there. Oh, but now we got some good music. Yeah, now it's getting spooky. Starts off spooky, then it moves into the actual No More Heroes theme. Sometimes there's just an excessive amount of these large gentlemen. That's why you gotta use your ecstasy gauge. That's what it's there for. Because it just cuts them down to size in like no time at all. And it's also really fun. It's not exactly effective on a lot of bosses, but hey, you get what you can. Watch out for the falling rocks, but they don't really hurt all that much. I would have liked it if they gave like the common enemies more variety in their lines, because all the big guys say, trouble in your virtual world. The gun guys always say, get in your jollies, or you fucking with me? And you can obviously tell that the capoeira guys and some later enemies are just also voiced by Kay Parrington again. Like, you can just tell, like, that's hidden yelling. These guys, I can't really tell who voices them. I'm sure it's one of the other main voice actors. They got a bunch of them. They got all the Metal Gear voice actors again, with the exception of David Hayter. Oh man, that'd be awesome if David Hayter was in a No More Heroes game. Who knows, maybe he might be in... I was gonna say maybe he might be in Travis Strikes Back, but they would have announced that. They would have mentioned that David Hayter is in Travis Strikes Back. They would have. They would have to. There's a whole big deal of Robin Atkins Downs possibly not being in Travis Strikes Back. But then again, like, and even I was thinking that, like, oh no, is he not actually coming back? That sucks. But then I realized, oh wait, like most of the initial trailers for No More Heroes games don't really have Travis being voiced by Robin Atkins Downs. Like the E3 trailer, yeah, it's Robin Atkins Downs. But in the first No More Heroes trailer, like the one where Travis is voiced by fucking Waka, apparently, the one where Travis whistles and says, yeah, I like that, and he says that in that exact voice like Waka, that obviously wasn't Robin Atkins Downs. But they switched it when you got to play the actual game. So they had apparently someone different for Travis Strikes Back, but hey, Robin Atkins Downs is coming back. Now, I don't know if it's gonna have him actually doing any proper voice acting, because most of the cutscenes I've seen online are more or less just, like, not voiced. And they make kind of Iwazaru grunts from Killer 7, sort of. And maybe they'll just have, like, some generic quotes from No More Heroes 1 and 2 for Travis. But they would have to, because they got Steve Bloom for Bad Dad. Alright, so let's face our boss here. What do we got? Screaming and fire and blood. That's appropriate for a horror-themed boss. Travis, you were already at the house. Mario? Mario! Now it's getting spooky. Very spooky. Oh no, your shadow! Does anybody have one of those anymore? I forget what the gimmick trailer for this one was, and I forget what the gimmick trailer was for this one. I only remember. Oh goodness, I only remember one gimmick trailer. It's when Travis is fighting some guy and he's just making grunting sounds. Oh my goodness, that is terrifying. Holy shit, that is terrifying. Just a big fat guy with a literal fire axe, wearing a horrible mannequin mask.
Psychotic fucker.
I know, right? And he's voiced by Debbie Derryberry. So, yeah. Coco Bandicoot is attacking us. Now, Matt Helms is usually the first boss in No More Heroes 2 that gives players a lot of issues. Mainly because he has a lot of variety of attacks. He has long-range attacks where he just throws fire grenades at you and that can burn you and do continuous damage. He can basically knock you off balance. He has heavy attacks. And he's just kind of a tank. But for whatever reason, I had no issue with him this time. Seriously, no issue at all. This actually went really well for me. This actually went super well for me. I don't know what exactly... I managed to get him into a corner, use ecstasy mode, which worked really well against him because he's not moving super fast. But yeah, this fight just went super easy for me. I'm actually surprised as to how simple this boss fight turned out to be. This is one of the boss fights I was kind of dreading to record. Because I was thinking like, oh, this is going to take forever, or oh, this is going to be so difficult. But no. Actually, something must have gone with his AI where he just didn't get off that many attacks. That actually happened for a few bosses while I was in the process of recording this series. Matt Helms has a very interesting design. I could buy seeing that in a horror flick. You know, you got Michael Myers, you got Jason Voorhees, these big, ominous looming figures with these creepy, iconic masks, but you show me a guy who has a giant axe and has that kind of mask on? Ugh. The camera doesn't want to show you beating Matt Helms. It doesn't want to give me that. It doesn't want to give me that satisfaction. Oh my goodness. Travis, why don't you do that more often? Like use full power on your beam katana.
Well, that was gross. What's a kid doing?
Why is there a naked, bloody child in front of me?
What's that?
Oh. I don't know if it's reassuring or worrying that Sylvia did that so calmly and collectively, just shooting a child in the face. She did that so naturally.
This is the problem with fighting the supernatural. You cannot kill someone who's already dead.
Already dead? Okay. Are you on the pipe?
Possibly.
Such a horrible past. 30 years ago, that child was abandoned, left to die in this house. As the story goes, he made a pact with the devil with his final breath. Revived through the dark arts, the child murdered his parents and now rules this forest, feeding on suffering and hate.
All assassins have fucked up somehow, or we wouldn't be in this profession.
How's that fair?
Me anymore.
How's the unkillable ghost child able to compete?
Still a ways to go until the top. You are not getting tired?
Huh. I haven't even broken a sweat. Why don't you bring me a real challenge?
I just killed a fucking ghost. I'm feeling stoked. I'm on fire today. Travis, I don't think you're entirely appreciating the fact that you just fought a fucking ghost. A literal ghost. Or zombie. It's one of those two. Think about it more than not at all. Whatever. No More Heroes is weird.
I told you last
Nice
time
panty
about
shot, by the way.
Remember? The second Akashic point leads to an even stranger place. A prison floating on the sea, shut down long ago. In daylight, it's only ruins. But when night falls, you can hear a woman's tragic scream. A cry so chilling that birds go mad, caking the ocean surface with their dead bodies, drowning themselves to escape her cry. Not all of the island's prisoners have been moved. You don't have to believe me. You can believe what you want.
That sounds like a freaking Metal Gear Solid boss. That's kind of like the B&B units from MGS4.
Travis, it's me. I have set up your next battle.
Check out the
Wow.
map you go when you
Just right up there.
By the way, until you crack the top 10, you are responsible for all travel expenses. The association can't pay for everyone with the price of gas and all.
You got it?
Hold up, I'm shelling out all this cash and you can't spring for bus fare?
I'm busy. Got to go.
Don't hang up on me.
That's not actually a gameplay thing. We never actually have to pay for travel. Hooray! Lucky us. Let's see what else we got down the pipeline. More side jobs. And a new revenge mission. Well, guess what we're going to do? Time to get our murder on. There is actually a reward for doing all the revenge missions, besides sweet, sweet, tasty revenge. But we'll get into that later. So, same as before, kill the first wave of guys, so you can unlock the second mission to kill one of the assholes who killed Bishop. So you can kill one of the assholes who murdered Bishop.
3, 2, 1.
This is why you kill the gunman first. Because they're going to be an issue and do this. And then they will not stop. Hopefully this won't be an issue in Travis Strikes Back or in No More Heroes 3, whenever that comes out. I'm super curious as to how No More Heroes 3 was going to play. I'm excited for Travis Strikes Back, but the fact that Suda has like such grand plans for No More Heroes 3 already. Like he wants to make it a huge, bigger, bloodier affair. Honestly, I'm more than a little intrigued. But that makes me wonder. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it might. Maybe No More Heroes 2 will get ported to the PS4? You know, like what they do with Heroes, like they did with 1, do a Heroes Paradise again? But no, that wouldn't, it wouldn't really work. It wouldn't work because No More Heroes requires motion controls, you know, to charge the beam katana and determines what level you're holding your beam katana at, like either high or low. So it wouldn't work on PS4. Like it worked on PS3 because of the 6-axis, but then Sony realized, 6-axis is not so fun. No, not really. So they kind of just strayed away from that. I don't think they could properly do a No More Heroes game without motion control. At least just for that aesthetic. I don't think... Actually, I don't know if they couldn't. I don't think Suda would let them make another No More Heroes game if you couldn't just, you know, simulate essentially jerking off the beam katana. I don't think he would allow... I do not think he would allow that. That wouldn't be the official No More Heroes, not in Suda's eyes. No, no, no. And honestly, not in the fans' eyes either. It's part of the game's charm. It's part of its charm. Seeing Travis do really stupid stuff. Why is that the means to charge the beam katana? I mean, I guess it's fine, you know, is it battery powered? Like, what exactly does shaking it like a shake weight do? These are questions that I doubt will ever get answered. Or they probably have been answered in some kind of novelization or whatever. So hey, now it's time to kill another one of Bishop's murderers. But don't forget to pick up the present for Travis's motel.
Three, two, one, zero.
So yeah, big guy with chainsaw and a few capoeira men. See, that just sounds like Cyborg again. I mean, I guess if you got him, you may as well use him again. I mean, they're Metal Gear voice actors. You're not gonna just bring him in for one character who just, like, bites it after one boss fight. It's just not practical. You think you can just get Yuri Lowenthal to just make a few football jokes here and there and then just die? No, he's gonna be reused again and again and again. You don't get your Kay Parringtons, your Jennifer Hales, your Paul Eidings, your Yuri Lowenthals, and just use them once. No, you have to get all the mileage for your dollar. Okay, so I mentioned that there was a minigame that was super lucrative. This is it. Getting trashed. Apparently, we're just sending... Apparently, we just put garbage in space. It's like that one Futurama episode. And now it's our job to get rid of it so it doesn't come colliding into Earth and killing us all. And they gave this vital job to Travis Touchdown. I mean... If it's such a necessary job, why give it to Travis? I don't see why you would give it to the one assassin nerd otaku asshole who moans when he massages his cat. Are there not actual trained astronauts to do this shit? That'd be really useful right now, Travis. Glastonbury. That'd make things super easy. God, what did the UAA do with Glastonbury? That's still bullshit. They just say, no, we're taking your robot. Because we can. Under whose authority? Travis is the one with the giant robot. He can just say, no, you're not getting this. I can do whatever I want. In fact, he turns to, like, freaking the #1 ranked assassin's building and just, like, slaps it. Destroys it in a second. Game over. I don't see why Travis didn't do that. Like, it's not fair. Like, apparently the UAA has a sense of fair play. Yeah. Yeah, sure they do. That's why all the UAA assassins get, like, henchmen. That's why essentially Travis is going against superhumans. Like a freaking ghost. Whatever. Anyway, I should probably talk about the minigame. So, you kind of get the gist. You grab the garbage, you bring it back up to the open hatch. Watch out for asteroids because they will knock you all over the place like a pinball machine. And be careful about getting too close to the Earth, because if you stay there too long, you will burn up in the atmosphere. Oh, and of course, keep an eye on your air gauge. That's important. Now basically you want to do this as fast as possible for the first 3 stages. But the 4th stage, that's where you make your money. And I'm going to show that off as soon as we finish up stage 3. There is a trick to it, but if you do it right, this is your new way of grinding out cash. Nothing else makes more money. The asteroids are annoying. They will just knock you all over the place. Sometimes they're helpful, sometimes not so much. Uh-oh. Running low on oxygen. And just made it. Now, stage 4, this is where you make your money. There's 10 balls of garbage. So here's the trick. What you want to do is, you want to pick up 9 balls of garbage as fast as you can. Get it in before the time runs out. Then the second part to this trick is, you get the 10th piece of garbage, the last one, and then you grab it. And then you bring it as close to the ship as possible, and then let go. And then either let the timer run out, your air run out, or burn up in the atmosphere. So you won't get a perfect bonus, but that doesn't matter. What really matters is the time bonus. Because if you do it properly, you basically get like nearly 3 minutes worth of time added up to your score, which just gives you a ton of cash, which you can use to either buy new beam katanas or new clothes or training from Ryan. Which, that's kind of what the money's for. And eventually the beam katanas are going to run out, because Naomi only sells you 2, and we're going to be seeing the other one soon enough. Ryan will eventually run out of training, because his training is just another set of mini-games. And eventually they're going to run out whenever those stars fill up. And then Airport 51 has a finite amount of clothing. But then again, unless you're a completionist and you want everything, my suggestion is find an outfit that you like and stick with it. Speaking of outfits, I'm kind of curious as to, like, Travis is going to have new shirts, like indie game shirts in Travis Strikes Back. But I'm curious if we're going to be able to, like, get any new jackets or jeans or gloves and stuff like that. Customize our Travis, besides just the t-shirts. Are we going to get any new beam katanas? I don't know. I feel like the answer to this is yes. I feel like there is going to be a level of customization, but then again, this is not like a cheaper title from what I understand. Like, No More Heroes 2 is really short, but I want to say that Travis Strikes Back is going to be really short, but I might be completely wrong.
No problem. No problem.
So yeah, 2 minutes and 53 seconds. That totals up to a big time bonus. Yeah, a lot of cash. And to think this trash and space operation only cost taxpayers $1.8 billion. Ah, yeah, that's worth it. Anyway, let's go get our new beam katana. It's time for one of my personal favorites. The peony.
I'll take it.
And that's it. That's all from Naomi. Okay, bye. I guess I'll never see you again. Good talking to you, Naomi. Yeah, she just sells 2 beam katanas. No upgrades. Now, if the Camellia is the speedy katana, then the peony is the heavy, do a lot of damage katana. But we'll see that in the next update. But right now, let's just make some quick change. Eventually, you're not going to be seeing any more minigames because I think we're getting pretty close to the end. I think we have like one more left. So here's a much quicker version of Tile and Style. Again, you can find the solutions on GameFAQs. It's fast, and you can make a decent chunk of... It's fast, and you can make a decent amount of cash. Not as good as getting trash, but it's okay. Ryan's great. Look at that smile. Look at that wink. He knows what's up. He's gonna work you out. Make you strong. Gotta get strong to get up to number 1. You want revenge? Well, you gotta work your body out. Yeah. Again, the treadmill is the easier of the two. It's not that hard. Just mash the buttons and be sure to turn at the proper times. Don't fall off the treadmill. That's all you gotta do. Not too bad. And it gives you a nice little boost to your health. These muscle training stages earlier on, like right here, it's going to get a little bit more complicated, but still it's nothing. So far, it's still not unmanageable. Honestly, the one that gave me the most trouble was the last one. That's the one where I had to do it a few times. And even though I'm kind of messing up here a lot, the earlier stages give you a lot more wiggle room to, like, screw up. The later stages, like the last one, does not. And it goes hard and fast. But with enough patience and persistence, yeah, you can do it. It's fine. Alright, let's go see what Airport 51 has for us. What's up, Mask? What you got this time? We got the Wah. Yeah, this is kind of like the jacket that Travis wears in Travis Strikes Back. It's got the purple. But we are pretty much flat broke at the moment. But eventually, spoiler alert, we will be wearing the Wah. That's going to be one of the jackets I do get. And I will use it for an update. Ooh, some nice purple shades. So far, we're not gonna get anything. We're not gonna style it up just yet. We're gonna wait a little bit. Again, we've kind of run out of beam katanas to buy, so now we're just buying training from Ryan and clothes from Airport 51. That's kind of all that money's used for. But now we have a cat to go exercise. Just make sure you do this every chance you get. Believe me, the reward is worth it. It's really, really good. You just gotta put up with Travis moaning at his cat a little bit. And that's kind of weird, but you know. Travis is a weird guy. This is how he copes with Bishop's death. By making weird, creepy sex sounds at his cat. I like to think that Jean is either super used to this, or she's just, like, not pleased with it. She's like, yeah, this is my owner. He's a weirdo. Just lift that cat. This is such a weird video game.
That's gotta do it.
Eventually I get this minigame right. You're not supposed to let Jean actually catch the mouse toy.
Yeah.
Something closer to that. You gotta make her jump for it.
Yeah. Jean. Oh. Jean. Yeah. That's gotta do it.
Despite how heavy she is, she can jump pretty high.
That was close. Come here.
I wonder if Jean's gonna make an appearance in Travis Strikes Back or No More Heroes 3. I hope so. Because apparently Travis isn't even living in his motel anymore. He's living in a freaking camper van. Which, I mean, doesn't seem out of character for Travis, but you gotta wonder why. So yeah, you do actually have a few t-shirts back at Travis's place that he already bought. They're pretty neat. But we'll stick with the old classic.
Perfect.
But there was something I forgot to mention in the previous update. And that is... Hey, the wrestling magazines, weekly backdrops. Yeah, we weren't getting lessons from Master Smith, so Travis has to learn new moves from the magazines on his shelf. This is new wrestling moves, and I completely forgot about them for the longest time. Which is unfortunate, because some of these are really cool. So, read these as often as you can. Don't do what I did. You gotta read these, because you'll get better moves. But, yeah. That'll do it for this update. In the next update, I guess we're gonna go to the next Akashic point and fight the next assassin. Who knows what it'll be this time on the floating prison island? Gonna fight Shadow the Hedgehog or something. Whatever. Anyway, until then, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next update. Until then, see ya.